How SSL certificates work. That little lock icon actually matters. When you visit a website and see a small lock icon in your browser, it feels like a quiet reassurance. Everything is secure. No need to think about it. But that tiny symbol represents a system doing quite a bit of work behind the scenes. It is encrypting data, verifying identities, and making sure your connection is not being intercepted. So today we are going to walk through how SSL certificates actually work and what happens when your browser decides a site can be trusted. Chapter 1: What SSL is. SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer, although modern systems use a newer version called TLS. The purpose is to create a secure connection between your device and a website. This prevents others from reading or modifying the data being transmitted. In simple terms, it keeps your communication private. Chapter 2: Why encryption is needed. When data travels across the internet, it passes through multiple networks. Without protection, this data could potentially be intercepted. Encryption transforms readable data into an unreadable format. Only the intended recipient can convert it back. This ensures that sensitive information, such as passwords or payment details, remains protected. Chapter 3: The role of SSL certificates. An SSL certificate is a digital file used to verify a website's identity. It contains information about the website and its owner. It also includes a public key, which is used for encryption. The certificate is issued by a trusted authority. Chapter 4: Certificate authorities. Certificate authorities are organizations that issue SSL certificates. They verify that a website is legitimate before issuing a certificate. Browsers trust these authorities and maintain a list of approved ones. If a certificate is signed by a trusted authority, the browser accepts it. If not, you may see a warning. Chapter 5: The connection process. When you visit a secure website, your browser and the server begin a process called a handshake. The server sends its SSL certificate to the browser. The browser checks whether the certificate is valid and trusted. If everything checks out, the connection proceeds. Chapter 6: Public and private keys. SSL relies on a system of public and private keys. The public key is shared openly and used to encrypt data. The private key is kept secret by the server and used to decrypt it. This system allows secure communication without sharing sensitive information directly. Chapter 7: Session keys and speed. While public key encryption is secure, it can be slow. To improve efficiency, a session key is created during the handshake. This key is used for encrypting the rest of the communication. Session keys are faster and only used for that specific connection. Chapter 8: HTTPS and the lock icon. When a website uses SSL or TLS, its address begins with HTTPS instead of HTTP. The S stands for secure. The lock icon in the browser indicates that the connection is encrypted. This does not guarantee the site is trustworthy in every sense, but it does mean the connection is protected. Chapter 9: What happens without SSL. Without SSL, data is transmitted in plain text. This means it could potentially be read or altered during transmission. Modern browsers often warn users when a site is not secure. This encourages the use of encryption across the web. To wrap up, SSL certificates work by verifying website identity and enabling encrypted communication. They use public and private keys to secure data during transmission. The handshake process establishes a secure connection between your browser and the server. Session keys are then used for efficient encryption. Although it operates quietly in the background, SSL plays a critical role in keeping online interactions private and secure. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.